I love this tutoring stuff, but it is taking up so much of my time that I literally have nothing else to talk about. So, tutoring stories it is. Luckily, Mike gives me plenty to talk about, and he's actually a really interesting guy. He excels athletically and socially, and Hannah and him are basically the power couple of the school. But he's absolutely horrible at anything academically. But basically, he's just a really good guy that I've actually started to pull for him. Like, this is still all about the money, of course. But I actually really want him to pass because he actually, deserves it. And not because he's paying me an awful amount of money. He actually has a really good work ethic, and I really respect that in a person. And I realize that this is, high praise coming from me, but, and I don't particularly like anyone in this godforsaken town, even though they act all nice. But, I like Mike. I mean, it's hard not to, you know? So, right from the very start, he told me that he'd do whatever he needed to do to make this work, and, I didn't believe him. Of course, as dumb kids are dumb due to the laziness more than anything, but man, did he prove me wrong. He is never the one to call it a night. Usually, so far, it's been me who's had to call it a night, and I've had to realize that I'm actually too exhausted to continue. We'd had to break until the next tutoring session. I mean, he seems to have boundless energy, and I wish I could have a fraction of that, because if I did, then I would have the amount of energy I need to conquer the world. Here's the thing. That unbridled energy has worked really well for him in most aspects of life, but it seems to have actually sabotaged him in school. He wants to, tear through studying like it's some kind of a race, but the problem with that is that he never slows down enough to actually learn and absorb, new information. So he gets the work done, but he has almost zero retention, as he's, just going way too fast at it. He doesn't absorb it. It just goes right through his head, so. The biggest challenge of my tutoring has been how to figure out how to slow him down on the important topics and just make him really understand what he's studying. Oh man, but it's too early to see if it's working. So I'm gonna have to be cautiously optimistic about the whole thing. I still don't think he'll ever be able to, be someone that you call smart, that you assume is smart, but I think if I can teach him the proper studying techniques and make sure he remembers to go slow and steady to win the race, then he should at least be able to pass, So we will wait and see. I've actually considered myself a bit of a miracle worker when it comes to school. I mean, getting Mike to pass may be my biggest miracle yet.